So today we have the Team TSM404UK, which came out of a box of sets I bought from somebody at one of the churches I was working at. I just coincided with somebody yesterday saying, have you ever seen a Team TSM404UK? No, never heard of one. No, not me. And there we have it. So that was serviced, as you saw the video. Let's see MrChippie's out there. See how the squelch works on this thing. It's a noise squelch. Tango 21 calling MrChippie. MrChippie, do you receive? Over.
21 receiving loud and clear. Heading towards the end of the way.
Okay, roger on that, and I should have a Roger bleep of some description.
Quite a high pitched one. Probably a little bit of mains humming I'm coming across on that. Don't know whether it's your power supply or whether you changed back to the other one yesterday.
It's the power supply. It's a general laboratory one rather than a CB one. Well, my logic is that a 2.5 amp laboratory power supply should be quite adequate, because I don't know of any CBs that draw more than that. I'm going to have to get used to this squelch, it's different. Now, we've got a tone control on here. It's got a socket on the side for selective calling. So the 5-pin DIN socket isn't some extra mic socket, it's for selective call.
Ancaster service station.
Okay, roger on that. That was the wrong button, of course, I pressed. So we've got the... What's that one? Oh yes, that'll be the selective call. This will be the Roger bleep.
Now going through Ancaster.
That's better.
Crossroads.
Roger got you going across Ancaster Crossroads. And it's nice to have a radio with a forward-facing speaker. Over. Roger, got you going over the top of the hill. Over. I'll get the squelch position right eventually. Now on the back of the set you've got a 2.5mm jack socket for an external S meter, and you've also of course got the 3.5mm jack for external speaker. As ever, we're doing the on-the-air test with the radio's own speaker, so that it's fair and equal.
Tango 21 MrChippie, going round Scratchy Corner, Wilson.
Roger, got you going round Scratchy Corner, no problems at all. Do you read me all right? Over.
Fine, as you'd expect at that point.
Thank you. Yeah, we managed to coax 3.5 watts out of this radio. As I've said before, we use a power meter that filters out the stuff that isn't on the frequency you want. So it's selective. Whereas if you put a CB type power meter on a radio like this, when I say it's 3.5 watts, it might read 5 watts on a CB type meter, because that's reading interference that the set generates as well as the frequency. I've done a demonstration video on this a few years ago on power meters and comparisons. So when I say 3.5 watts, take that with a pinch of salt.
Right, going over Wilsford Level Crossing.
Roger, got you. Wilsford Level Crossing. Yeah, it's so much clearer with the front-facing speaker. Roger, got you at the Kelby turn. Roger, got you loud and clear at the Grey Lease turn. I know that's the most difficult one. Roger, still loud and clear over Rawsby level crossing. Right, so I know you're going on shopping from there, so thanks for that, and I'll catch you later. I'll put the base station on and remember to turn the fluorescent lights off in the other kitchen. Well, I mean, that was absolutely perfect, and this radio is one of those sets which has got crystal filters on the receiver, factory fitted as standard, not some afterthought. And there's a problem with things like that, because if you switch this to channel 19, which I'm going to, and we listen to people out there, of course there's not going to be anybody on. I think now lots of those people are going to be, I'll switch it back on because we're going to do our test of the base station. Lots of those people are going to be 30 miles away at Nottingham and no doubt on burners or illegally using amateur radio equipment on CB frequencies or whatever. And a lot of them are over deviating or they're slightly off frequency. And a set like this with the crystal filters, those kind of people sound absolutely dreadful. Now if you have a radio like a Fidelity 1000, which is as wide as a barn door on its receiver and well known for being a bleed over box and would work fine here because we don't have other users, those kind of people will sound loud and clear. So the narrower the filtering, it's like trying to get a fat chap through a narrow door. It isn't going to happen to it. Chop something off at the sides. Right, we'll just put the camera over to our Harrier base station and see what that sounds like.
Tango 21, testing the Team TSM404UK into our Harrier CBHQ base